Did everyone bring their food journals? How have you been doing?
Great. The one time I tested the number was pretty good, under 300. I switched the whole wheat pasta for the all-you-can-eat pasta bowl.
Pasta's 45 grams for just that much.
And a couple of days last week, I skipped dessert.
Dessert? The other days you got dessert?
My number was great too. I had the small sunny and the small fries with my burger and Coke.
50 plus 35 plus 45. Was that a Diet Coke?
Artificial sweeteners are bad for you.
That's more than I've had the last 2 days.
Don't forget the importance of exercise. You stroll around the block and have a tiny piece of pie. You watch your weight, use a smaller plate, and I'll tell you why. So you'll rarely have to prick your skin or go on scary insulin. Then diabetes one day says bye-bye.
Stroll around the block before our extra piece of pie. We'll wash our weight, use a smaller plate. On that you can rely. So we'll never have to prick our skin or go on nasty insulin. I will never, 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 never die.
I'm not lying about how little I'm eating. It's getting so I'm afraid to eat anything at all. I measure every morsel. I count every carb, but it's not doing any good. The number on my meter isn't going down. I'm getting so thin it's starting to scare me. Last night, my husband picked me up as though I weighed nothing at all and carried me to bed because I was too tired to move. I'm not learning to control my blood sugar. I'm learning to be anorexic, and starving myself even more isn't going to help.
Frederick Allen's starvation diet did work for a while. 100 years ago, people with diabetes died within a matter of months. At most, they lived 2 or 3 years. The only prescribed medications were opium and antimony, a poison to cause loss of appetite. Dr. Allen started his patients out with a fast, allowing them only coffee laced with whiskey every few hours. They complained less if you kept giving them whiskey.
Most doctors tried to fatten up their patients as they grew thinner. This only sent them into a coma sooner.
Vegetables were boiled 3 times to remove as much carbohydrate as possible. Food was meticulously weighed. The number of calories was slowly increased until their urine showed sugar, and then reduced until the sugar went away. As their disease progressed, each time they had sugar in their urine, the amount of calories allowed was reduced. Not everyone had the fortitude to stay on the diet.
They were weak-willed. We encouraged them to take long walks and run up and down the stairs.
They spent the rest of their time in bed.
We couldn't stop them from stealing food. One young lad ate birdseed and toothpaste. He died.
Of starvation?
Better than sinking into a coma. Patients said they felt better. They were happy. They might be hungry on fewer calories, but it wasn't the overwhelming hunger and thirst that results from high blood sugar.
When I saw the pictures of the concentration camp prisoners at Buchenwald and Dachau, it reminded me of the patients on the ward. The Nazis fed their prisoners 500 to 600 calories a day. Some of our patients, as their condition worsened, were allowed only half that.
It kept them alive until Banting discovered insulin.
Dr. Banting, people are willing to pay you a lot of money for insulin. I'll give you $1 million to set up a clinic, fancier than your military hospital. One like Jocelyn and Allen and Kellogg and Post-Tab.
But what about the ones who can't afford a fancy clinic? Insulin isn't just for the wealthy or powerful. You see this arm? I almost lost him in the Great War. While saving my men, I got hit by shrapnel, but I wouldn't leave them. I want insulin available to every diabetic. That's why I gave the formula Eli Lilly. That's why I did what I did.
came back and showed GAD antibodies. You have LADA, Latent Autoimmune Diabetes in adults. We're starting you on insulin. Keep testing, only now, instead of once or twice a day, test before and after every meal and before bed. That's to make sure you don't go low and die in the middle of the night. The long-acting insulin is before bed, and the rapid-acting is before meals. The rapid-acting comes in a pen with cartridges. Screw on the needle, stick it in your stomach, and click. With the long-acting, you'll need a syringe. Draw the plunger back to the amount you're going to give, and inject air into the bottle. Keep it in the refrigerator so it doesn't go bad. Remove all the bubbles and poke. See? Simple! If you're high, check your ketones, but the directions are on the bottle you get from the pharmacy. We don't want you to go into a coma. If you go low, keep some glucose tablets handy. We don't want you to pass out. Call me and let me know how it goes.
The pens weren't too bad once I got over the stick this sharp object into your tender part, but I never could get the bubbles out of the syringe.
How's it going? Are you going high or low?
Yes, both.
Well, let me see your logbook so we can figure out exactly what you're doing wrong. Are you writing everything down? Here, where you're high. Are you sure you're not snacking on something sweet? A few cookies?
Everything's there, I swear.
Well, the problem is you're not a typical type 1. Your pancreas is still producing insulin, just not consistently. My other type 1s get almost all of their insulin from the vial. Once you get through this honeymoon period and most of your beta cells are dead, your blood sugar should be more predictable. Maybe you should try the pump.
That was 9 years ago. I'm using a bit more insulin than I was, so I figure a few more of my beta cells have crowed. But the rest of them are chugging along just as sporadically as ever. I'm still waiting for that honeymoon to end. It's like this.
Billy, Betacell, what are you doing here?
I decided to come into work today. I waxed the floor real good.
I noticed. Billy, what are you doing here? I thought you quit months ago.
I wasn't feeling so aggravated anymore, so I decided to come in.
I see.
I rearranged some stuff too. You know, moved some stuff around.
You did? How so?
I don't remember. I did it before I waxed the floor. You'll figure it out.
I'm sure I will.
How you been doing?
Okay. It was hard at first after you guys left, but I managed. It's a lot more work, and I haven't had a day off, but I'm learning. Billy, are you going to stay?
I don't know. I might. I like to work hard. I like to work real hard sometimes. It feels good sometimes. Sometimes. Or I might go fishing. Do you suppose the guys still working here might like to go fishing too? Or the guys who used to work here might like to come back and help out for a while. Or we might all go fishing. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Well, I'm going to go work for a while. Then I'll probably take off. I don't know when. Sometime.
Okay, it was good to see you, Billy.
Good to see you too. Happy honeymoon.
Yeah, happy honeymoon.